Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN, and welcome to the Lakers post-game show on ZSPN on YouTube. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Brooklyn Nets tonight. I just have to say, guys, happy holidays and Merry Christmas to every single one of you. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Lakers and the Nets Christmas Day game. I want to give you all my thoughts and my opinions about that. But before anything, like always, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share my videos all over Facebook, Twitter, all the good social media stuff. And of course, like always, please make sure to like my page on Facebook, ZSPN, and also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at ZSPN. I really do appreciate the love and support you guys give me all across social media and of course on this channel, ZSPN on YouTube. Much appreciated. So, guys, I have to say, when it came to this Christmas game against the Brooklyn Nets tonight, in the debut of the Crypto.com arena, I have to say, when it came down to it, it was a disappointing results when it comes down to the Lakers not getting a win over a shorthanded Brooklyn Nets team. And I really believe the Lakers could have had a chance of just beating them, but for some reason they just couldn't capitalize. They showed effort. I'll give you that. I mean, the Lakers showed effort, especially with LeBron and Malik Monk, who returned from health and safety protocols. And when it came down to it, those guys and the starting lineup overall, really, when it comes to the players, they tried their best, I have to say, with the short-handed players they have also. Anthony Davis being out and, still, Austin Reeves and the rest of them, even Frank Vogel still being out. It's still, the idea that the Lakers out there were just showing a lot of effort was just surprising to me. And I have to say, when it came down to it, they should have had it was like a fighting chance. I mean, I honestly would have said, I mean, even though the Lakers had, even though the Brooklyn Nets only had, James Harden, who obviously led the way for them tonight, I kind of have to say, when it came down to it, I mean, the Lakers had all the repertoire of just, finishing off the Nets tonight. But unfortunately, it just wasn't the case. But the effort out there, the effort was well known out there, and I have to say, great job for the effort for the Lakers on this Christmas Day. And I have to say, when it came down to it, it was just great effort out there. But LeBron, he's carrying the load for the Lakers. I have to say, in the stage of his career, he, just carrying the Lakers on his back, even due to the Lakers' circumstances of shorthanded players and Anthony Davis being out. He was on fire. I mean, the King was known out there tonight, okay, with 39 points and, breaking, becoming the NBA leading scorer for Christmas Day. I have to say, a great accomplishment for the King. And, he surpassed Kobe Bryant on that particular list. So he is number one on that list of all-time scoring, all-time scorer in Christmas Day. So when it came down to it, he made that accomplishment, and we have to congratulate him for that, because that's a great accomplishment to have. 39 points going out there, stepping up for the Lakers. It was sensational on his part, and he's been doing so for these past couple of games. I mean, he was the guy to really step up for the Lakers. And I have to say, it's kind of a shame that the rest of the Lakers squad on this team is not showing the effort to be on the level of LeBron, just to help him out here and there to score or just somehow pull off a win. But unfortunately, it just wasn't the case tonight. And now the Lakers are on a 5-game losing streak, and it's just not looking good whatsoever. And I'm not reaching this particular point, but playoff aspirations, yeah, it's probably still out there. but championship, it's a question mark. Championship is a question mark for the Los Angeles Lakers moving forward. But you never know. Things may change moving forward. Maybe some trades will happen, or some signees, or potentially waves could potentially happen for the Lakers can be a better team moving forward. But still remains to be seen about that. So. But a great job out there for the King out there tonight. And then when you look at the rest of the Lakers, I mean, Russell Westbrook, yeah, he gave us a triple double out there tonight, but his efforts out there was just not enough, and wasn't really known out there, to be honest with you. Um, Even though he gave a triple double performance, but he should have really helped out LeBron in this particular game, especially on Christmas Day. I mean, for a guy who was playing in LA with his favorite team in the Lakers, you think that he could have stepped up out there and just gave us some scoring, or just showed some dominance out there, especially on Christmas Day. But unfortunately, it just wasn't the case. But a triple double, not bad, but it was just not a great, solid performance. To be honest with you, it wasn't. So an okay performance for Russell Westbrook. But when it comes to the rest of the Lakers, I mean, THT, he was a no-show. And then when you look at, Wayne Ellington, his efforts out there was not known on the shooting side. And then, you have Dwight Howard, who surprisingly, I have to say, I'm questioning the coaching method of, the acting coach of David Fizdale, because it's for some reason I'm not sure why he's not using Dwight Howard more often and giving him more minutes to be dominant for the Lakers at times, because half the time we've been seeing players like Carmelo Anthony and LeBron being the top big guys when it comes to certain lineups being inserted. So I have to say, lately, so far with David Fizdale, it's not really working out when it comes to him, stepping up for the Lakers on the coaching side and the rotation. So, I'm questioning his coaching methods as of late. So I just have to put that out there. So, but yeah, when it comes to the rest of the Lakers off the bench, Malik Monk returning from health and safety protocols. He gave us a 20-point performance. I mean, he stepped up out there for the Lakers, I have to say. Great job out there for Malik Monk, who's just sensational out there tonight. So, and then when you look at Carmelo Anthony, who scored 17 points, and I think he went 3 of 6 from the three, or maybe it was 2 of 6, somewhere around that range. But, his presence was known. And especially on Christmas Day. So great job out there for Melo for stepping up out there for the Lakers, especially off the bench. A short-handed bench, but, it's just the Lakers had to deal with what they had in front of them. But when it comes down to it, guys, it's kind of a scary moment for the Lakers as of late. As I said, they're in their 5-game losing streak, and it's just not looking good. Not looking good for the Los Angeles Lakers moving forward. But, I trust in Rob Pelinka and what he can bring to the table, and sure, he's bringing in some players due to the Lakers having players on health and safety protocols with Stanley Johnson, who I have to say, guys, defensively showed up. I mean, he is well known for his repertoire of being a great defender, and we saw that in the first quarter where he was defending James Harden like locking it in. I mean, he was just on fire when it comes to defensively, and just seeing Darren Collison also debuting as a Laker. I made my last video when it came down to the signees of those particular players. But he didn't show a lot of effort out there, and I think he only played for 7 minutes in his return after being retired from the game. So just seeing him back is just very fun to watch. But Stanley Johnson on the defensive side was sensational on his part, and I hope he keeps this up, because you never know. Maybe the Lakers will look at him for a potential contract signing for the rest of the season, but still remains to be seen about his efforts. And you never know, maybe the Lakers will need him or not. It still remains to be seen about that. But great job out there on the defensive side for Stanley Johnson. And overall, really, guys, as I was mentioning, the Lakers are, it's kind of questionable at the moment of their intentions to potentially either go for a playoff run or a championship aspirations out there. But, as I said, with the trust in Rob Pelinka, I think he will, somehow pull something off when it comes to certain trades, because I think they can. We just have to wait until January, until certain players reach the trade availability when it comes to THT and certain players that could be in the trade block for a potential player like Jeremy Grant, and still remains to be seen about Christian Wood. Those particular players that could be a big help for the Lakers, but still remains to be seen about who will be available for trade rumors. But because that's where it really starts to kick in when it comes to certain trades concerning the Lakers and surrounding the Lakers. So we just have to wait and see, and hopefully, things start to pick up. But still remains to be seen, and the Lakers are having 2 days off. And Tuesday they'll be facing, ironically, the Houston Rockets, and hopefully that'll be an easy win for them. But as of late, I've been questioning the momentum and the effort from the Lakers as of late. But we had to put a lot of things into the considerations because of certain players being out due to health and safety protocols and injuries as well. So we just have to wait and see. Maybe in the next couple of days we'll see the status of Austin Reeves and maybe Kent Bazemore. But I think he'll be much longer because he on the same day with Frank Vogel. I think they still need a couple more days until they return. But I was kind of also wondering why Avery Bradley was not playing, but I should have mentioned that in the middle of this video. But it is what it is. Maybe we'll see him in the next game against the Houston Rockets. But it still remains to be seen about that. And just hopefully, guys, hopefully the Lakers will turn things around, because as of now, I'm really questioning the Lakers as of late. But I like to put things into consideration because of their circumstances. With health and safety and certain players injured, like Anthony Davis. So we have to put that in consideration about the Lakers' circumstances. But hopefully things will get better. Things will get better moving forward. So, guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel, and please give me your thoughts about the Lakers' loss on Christmas Day against the Brooklyn Nets. Do you agree with my analysis of the Lakers? Circumstance-wise, the reason of them losing is because of players being out, or do you think maybe you think the Lakers had a fighting chance against the Brooklyn Nets, or what they had? I personally thought so, but I had to put the circumstances on the table because what if this player was playing tonight, or that certain notion out there. But just want to know your thoughts about it, guys, in the comment section down below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and please like my podcast. I have a podcast on Anchor. It is also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Please show me the love, support for my podcasts. I'll leave the link to that in the description of this video, and always subscribe to my YouTube channel, ZSPN on YouTube, and like me on all social medias sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Also, I'll leave those in the description of this video as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to every single one of you. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.